Mic check 1 2 1 2. I sit when I go number 1 and number 2. Yeah. My lady just asked if people can hear me say that. Making some love in chat. Elro Dog, Recoil, aka Quill Daddy, Rhea Prey, Hatter Ursa, War Pigment with the bits, Francois, Mateo. I can't scroll on my chat dock in the app. Sometimes it glitches like that, and I have to use like this browser jank. So I gotta remember to look over to the other screen. War Pigment dropping sweet bits on this stream, sweet ass.
Let's do it!
Yo, Doug, Katie Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up on the literal best of all days, coming to you live from that Beats Lab in an undisclosed location in Central Florida. We're doing it again. What up, guys? Caddick Painting in the house. I think I'm usually a little darker than this. Is this more dark than normal, guys? Oh, this is about right, right? Swallow bot engaged, deep bot on. Patter. Seems normal, EXE things. Little dank in here. Reaper is dank in here. Got a vaporizer running in the background, spewing out hot, humid air. Got a sick girlfriend in the background. That's right, Reaper. It makes those signs look sick. Patter says, daughter, the facial hair is awesome. What does that mean? Is your daughter dog? Not daughter. I was like, bruh, what? This dog, the facial hair is awesome. The Next Level Kenny iteration is neat. Thank you. Elro Dog. He says, get that woman some chicken noodle soup, the penicillin of my people. She just had some chicken. Some grilled chicken. No, chicken wings. Yeah, so my lady's been sick all week. She worked herself to death at the end of the school year, and then I got some kind of bronchitis. And she's laying in the Beats Lab plushie bed playing Hello Kitty on Switch with a vaporizer humidifier running in the background. So if it gets too hot in here, I might take my shirt off. We'll have to switch to OnlyFans. Most magic in the house. What's up, brother? That's right, War Pigment. Yeah, no, it was a. Do I have a sonic humidifier? You don't have a sonic humidifier, Reaper? I don't know what the fuck that is. I just went to Walgreens real quick and bought this thing. This is. I bought this one specifically because it's shooting out steam and it's hot. That's the only thing that seems to make her congestion feel better. Yeah, it's like how the normal humidifiers work, right? Like these days where they shoot cool air out because they're not actually using heat. Yeah, not one of those. Yeah, so she's been feeling like shit. You might hear some coughing in the background. She's playing her Hello Kitty Friends game and laying on a bed full of plushies. 50 different Sanrio plushies. That's right, Patter. It's hot and I'm running fans. Ray Price says he hopes you feel better soon. She mumbled a weak thank you from her bed. From her deathbed. War Pigman, how you doing, brother? And pop on the Discord. You got a new emote for using bits, War Pigment? Oh, Mr. Noon posted something right after last show. It looks good. The Huff, what up, player? Saruman, the White OG. Patter, proud dad moment a few weeks ago. Your toddler read Star Wars on a shirt one evening. Pretty fucking cool, man. Ray Price says, you got to make chicken noodle soup now. Is that stream? Soup kitchen stream? Challenge level wholesome? So our new soup kitchen features chicken noodle. She had so much soup, like, last 2 days. I think she's souped out. She had some Panera chicken soup and it pissed her off. She didn't like it. Had a Ursa, she read the letters, or he read the letters, or they, I don't know. He said you're toddler. The toddler sounded out the words and read it out and everything. More Pigment, you had chicken noodle soup for dinner? Mr. Noon. Yeah, it looks pretty good, man. Your Larian looked pretty good. I think it was Larian. Says I got him at NMM Pro. Enigma Hobbies in chat. He says, I'm still waiting on my OnlyFans link from you. They shut my old OnlyFans link down. I only had one subscriber, Greenleaf Terrain Studios. And I only had one picture of me with no shirt on. He thumbs downed it. checking something here. All right. Send a quick email. Nick Mojave says, "How did you not paint with your feet? That's what the content is." I didn't even think of that. Templar, what donation amount has you smash this Titan with a hammer on stream? 2 grand. 2 grand single donation. That way I can refund with interest Major Havoc. Teasing. Don't do that. Even if you were thinking about it for a second because you're wasted on bourbon or something. See, I knew you'd say some shit like that. Super tempting, he says. That's not a number I immediately say no. See, I knew you fucking... Because if you're going to sit there and think about that number all night, drink some bourbons, and then be like, fuck it. That's why I had to clarify it. War Pigment. Keyboard attack by piglets. Adorable. Francois said only one topless pig? Yeah. I just put it up for Greenleaf. He got super mad at me when I said the first time I did a retirement stream. So I think that's why it thumbs down it. Francois. All right. So I did update the Patreon tutorial series on this Titan. So there's a new edited addition to the series covering getting the gold laid out, because that's how we do it now. We have to pull all the videos off of Twitch, edit them into new video, and then I have to put them on my Vimeo server, because I used to be able to use different tools, but now that Twitch won't save any of my shit anymore, and luckily all my shit's already on the Vimeo server, but I'm almost out of room. That's what's concerning. I have like their 5 terabyte plan, and it's already a sickening amount of money a year, and they don't even offer plans above what I have. You have to call them and they'll like give you a deal. So I now have to start going through and seeing what I can do with that. Patter, old man, mad at GW, smashes largest Titan model. It's a good clickbait title. Templar, just run my own server and my own cloud. I mean, when you put it that way. When you put it that way. Because, like, for example, like, Spect has, like, Templar would be, yeah, and, but, like, for example, like, Spect has a enterprise level server. right? At his house. And think about all the little things that occur over the course of a year. Power went out. This happened. Breaker trips. Oh, this happened. This didn't get turned on. You know what I mean? Like, it's just enterprise level. It's just that he doesn't have like all the other things that an enterprise has. So like that would kind of fuck my entire page, my entire video program experience up. One thing changes and 50 people are like, I can't watch a video. So like I understand why they charge what they charge, and which is why I'm disappointed in Twitch. Why didn't they just move to a program like that? Why didn't they just keep what they had in place and charge us? Like offer us some type of subscription deal, Get an AWS account and serve your video straight from S3 for dirt cheap. Put raw edited in Glacier tier. You have to email me about that, DXC. Because I use Vimeo right now, which I like because it has all the playback tools. So if this other shit you're talking about also has playback tools, I can get into that. Their own streaming protocol and they built it in? Kepler? Oh shit. The Huff, that's also a good point. Cut it, cost cutting. It's cheaper to just cut it than spend man hours developing a solution 90% will pay for. You're right. I have to always remember that. Like, as small, like I'm pretty small streamer. But when you actually math out the platform, I'm like a top 10% streamer. So that means 90% of the platform isn't interested in that as a solution. So yeah, they would develop something out that literally only 10% of the platform would utilize. Yeah, that's a good point. They're smart. They already had that meeting, right? They already had that meeting. Someone pulled out a graph and a fucking spreadsheet and was like, nah. Makes sense. Jack Garrison, what's up, homie? Let me get some love in the chat. They aren't that smart, reappraisals. Smart enough to use a spreadsheet. Jack Garrison, Bangarang. Keep it on, he says. Thank you, brother. All right, exclamation point recession, guys. Giving away class credit tonight. Exclamation point class. Look for signups. Remember, it is the summer. It's time to start generating hobby momentum. This is when it happens. Doesn't happen in the winter like everyone pretends it does. People are like, oh, winter, much of hobby months. No, you don't do any hobbying in the winter. You fucking know it. As soon as we get close to fucking November, you're done. You don't get to do anything. It happens now. Like, you're going to go on one family vacation. Everything's fine. Kids are only out of school until August or some shit. This is when you do it. If you don't do it in the summer, you won't have the momentum going into tournament season. Enigma Hobbies. He says, that airbrush class looks familiar. That little picture right there is actually from one of our first, if not first, IRL painting classes that Enigma Hobbies got me involved in. Ray Price says we've only gone like 2 months without some kind of Twitch management controversy, right? Bro, speaking of which, this has nothing to do with what you just said, Rio Prey. But bro, get on Diablo 2, man. It's like mid to late season, but their seasons last forever, right? Their ladders. Everything's dirt cheap, bro. All the trades are easy. There's been like 2 patches since we last played Diablo 2. Bro, I played that game for 20 years, no patches. You know what I'm saying? Actual things changed. New stuff, new rune words, new zones. Gonna roll, my barber's pretty S tier now. I'm trying to get him a level 90, and then after that, Fire Druid. Replay, yeah, so terror zones is new content. So every hour on the hour, some zone is terrorized, and it's a, you know, it's a place that you probably haven't gone in ages, like ancient tunnels or Flare Jungle Dungeon. It's been terrorized. You go in there and like this new color effect, and all monsters in a terror zone are 2 levels above the player, and it shows you that on the map. And what's dope about that is, you might not understand this implicitly, but monster level 85 is like the cap in a zone. So that's why we like do bail runs or chaos runs, because that's so monster level 85 can drop anything. That's why certain monsters can't drop anything, you know. And so there's only a few zones in the whole game. That's why people will run pit, stuff like that. That are monster level 85. So this shit is plus 2 levels than you. So if you go in there at level 90, they're 92. 88, they're 90. So you're fighting monsters above the cap. And bro, I've already had pretty good drops. Like solo self-found, you know, like multiple high runes on Ohm drop the other day. There's a new item that they can drop. It's called a Sunder Charm in Terror Zones. I got like a perfect Ogre Rend. I got like a perfect Mars, dude. Like it's wild, dude. Over on YouTube, Ezra says new rune words are solid. Durus for chest armor slaps for speeding along to cap on Barb and Pally. Wait, you said new rune words are solid, comma, Durus. Durus is an old rune word, right? You know that, right? Super old. What, is it comma new or like new sentence? Like what are we talking about? Ray Price says sigh and unzips wallet. You have a zipper on your wallet that you keep like your credit card in? Ezra, he's like, dang, I thought that was pretty new. Well, like, if you played OG Diablo 2, Ezra, and then you took a big break and came back, yeah, it's pretty fucking new. Ray Price says, it's a meme reference. I'll tell you when you're on the... Durus is good. It's like, it's a solid budget rune word that a lot of us use for a long time. On the chest. Especially for barbs. Like, Durus. There's also an even more budget variant called Lionheart. It's like, doesn't even have any high runes at all. That you can get that off the ground for like pennies, bro. But yeah, no, like I'm a huge Diablo 2 fan. It's my favorite video game of all time. Played it. I played the very first ladder of Diablo 2, Newest East. And I played the very last ladder of OG. And then we played the closed beta, the open beta, everything, bro. Season 0. But we got out right about when the first ladder showed up. Because then, like, Diablo 4, closed beta, open beta. Ezra, have I tried PoE 2? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did Season 0, or League 0, Early Access. And then I just did another playthrough for their first league. I like PoE 2 a lot. It has, like, Diablo 2 vibes. It's Diablo-like as fuck. It's straight. I mean, that's the origin story of Path of Exile. Diablo 2. I like it a lot. But yeah, Repray. Yeah, the only reason I'm talking to Repray about this, Ezra, is because like he was in my crew, our OG Diablo 2, one last run before they dropped Resurrected beta. So we were doing OG last ladder, US East, maybe US West. Last ladder. Had the whole crew together. Ezra did the Lightning Spear meta Huntress. I didn't play New Huntress. I played the Warrior, played Titan Warrior Season 0, and then I played Warbringer Warrior Season 1, so I can make I can do personal comparisons between the two Ascendancy trees and the changes. Enjoyed them both immensely. All right, exclamation point recession, exclamation point class. If you're trying to get signed up, that's what's up. Exclamation point access. Anybody who signs up, $10 or more a month for my Patreon page during a live show, free painting consultation. And of course, we'll be giving away one painting class to the audience over on Twitch, Ezra. That's where the action is. That's where all our giveaways are. Unfortunately, I just stream on YouTube just so I can let people know that Twitch. We've been live streaming on Twitch 9 years this year. Let's lock into the obesity cradle. Let's take a look at where we're at. Why is this? My focuser all fucked up today. Here, let me dump this. Yeah, my computer was acting weird when I booted it up today and I had to restart it. What the fuck is going on here? Ezra says, I bought your Bellacore video on YouTube and it was amazing. Or caught. I was like, bought? I sell that thing? Fuck. Okay, I think we got it. We cracked this light source. All right, so here's where we're at. He's basically done. This is battle ready right here. Okay. We sprayed up everything in silver. Did some dry brushing and whatnot. Kept all the panels off sub-assembly. Did all the panels up. Then put them on. Did all the trim in our true metallic mahogany workup. This, you can put this on the table pretty much and be satisfied. We got two things. We got to paint these little flags. But that's battle ready. You know? Now, we have to go through, and you see here on the top, you can see where I gave this metal extra attention. So we had to go through and kind of tighten that up. We got to go after these void shield generators for sure. And kind of hunt down little things that need to be pulled out. Like, you know, we got to paint these guns still silver on the turrets. We got to maybe, you know, get some missiles. There's like random doodads. So now we're like on the hunt, right? Templar, he's battle ready for a claw hammer. And he's got these little banners that we got to paint, but I kept breaking that one off, so we'll do that at the end. And of course, on Patreon, we've been editing him down to digestible videos. So you're almost caught up on Patreon right now in edited videos for him. Oh, the COD piece recoil. Forgot. You're right. Last stream, I forgot. We still have a nut curtain. I forgot about this. Good eye. Good memory. Some mahogany. All right. There and back again. Templar, he said, I can't wait to watch this series instead of a 2025 recap. Why is it acting like this today? Okay, we got some mahogany. Little noosh. And forgot about this, so we have to bang this out. So what we do is we use the mahogany. Right there. And this is our gold on big models trick. And what we're using is relatively high opacity, no moisture added. We're using stipples and heart pull stroke to get that coverage. And what we're going to do is now we're going to thin down the mix a little bit of moisture. And we're going to run a heart pull right up in the riser where the trim meets the purple. So we're going to paint that ledge with thin down mahogany, but also leave behind a little pin wash. Always be rotating. We're going to have to kind of break the rule right here. Let's get this outer ledge. I'm gonna get some love in the chat for my man Templar. It got me nervous for a second. What, man? I don't know what it does, Templar. Sometimes though, like the focusing software I use, randomly it'll like change to where like it'll have like 1,000 stops instead of like 50 for focusing. Some kind of glitch. Let me get some strong man love in chat. Templar made me nervous with his claw hammer remark. Garthakian, what's up, brother? 82 months. Templar back to high opacity brown. Bring some semi-opaque, slightly moist brown into the riser. Garthakian, what are you up to, man? Always be rotating, looking for that heart pull. A little bit of noosh. We'll just keep doing the same thing over and over again, but smaller. Rinse it down, get a little bit of moisture involved. Set up a little pin wash. Thanking been away for a while, digging the beard. Welcome to the club. Thanks, man. You guys see my Instagram reel about my beard and having to trim it? My lady just saw it today and she fucking thinks it's the funniest shit she's ever seen. Always be rotating. Kruger, what's up, player? Garthakin, you're painting some blackout? What's that? Kruger says, I've decided I will buy a Titan and start playing 40k. I will leave AOC behind. AOC? Major Havoc, the Titan Master, in chat. Were you here for when Templar asked me to name a number that I would accept to smash this thing with a hammer? We're basically battle ready, Major Havoc. Major Havoc was, what was the number? Was the Clawhammer reference? Yes. Clawhammer was referenced. The number I gave was 2 G's. So I can also refund you with interest and shit. So how does this stack, Major Havoc? Is this about where your guys look like it on the table? Because like once all this stuff is silver, I would call it battle ready. Like once I get all these guns silver, I will call it battle ready. Well, you see, Major Havoc, there's like hoses we haven't painted. You know what I'm saying? That's why I call this battle ready. Missiles weren't painted. You know, there's like little canisters and shit. There's all sorts of little things, right? And also the void shields. Do you do anything with these? I was gonna try to make them glow. Kruger, do I have tutorials on Patreon on how to paint robots? Bro, I got like thousands of videos, man. Yes. Banhammer, most accurate stream title I've ever had. Havoc, having watched you, I'm now gonna have to take my other War Master back to the paint desk. I'll add Void Shield generators to the list. Right, I don't want to overpaint him too much because he's already, you know, there's the concept of like unrealism, right? Like there's a certain amount of hours you have to just say this is it. You know what I mean? And so we have passed that. You know what I mean? And that's why I was asking that question on how it stacks up compared to what you have, because I do want to go in and cut out some pipes, and shield generators, and some other accents, clean the metal up a little bit on the top, and typically I tend to focus on focal points like prime viewing angle stuff. So where most of his metal is probably going to be untouched, some of the stuff that it's front and center will be touched. But we've absolutely passed this has been enough hours. Go any further than this and you're not really making a tutorial for anyone to benefit from anymore. You're just saying anyone can paint good if you spend 4,000 hours painting a model. He just has that much stuff though, right? Like, there's no shortcut to painting this type of trim. Some people say, oh, you can use a Sharpie. No, you can't. You're going to get the Sharpie on the purple, bro. Don't lie. Such a thing as too busy, too. Major Havoc says, too busy on calling out details. Yeah, exactly. You end up turning them into Christmas trees. That's exactly right. Painting all the hoses and shit. It's a perfect analogy.
Delay that claw hammer.
Let me get some love and chat from my man Major Havoc. Delay that claw hammer. Oh yeah, Major Havoc. That's a flawless analogy. Like, you don't want it to end up, looking like a Christmas tree. And so the purple is obviously the star of the show, and the fact that we have the marble accent. Everything else has to support that with good contrast and good precision. And even the hoses we're going to paint are going to be very subdued. I'll show you. Today we're hunting that shit down. Hunting down hoses. So, I'm going to grab some faded ultramarine. A couple colors I know I'm going to use. Someone keeps organizing my paint. And then I have to find the paints. It's my lady. If you guys see a video game being played in the background. That's my sick girlfriend laying in bed with bronchitis playing Hello Kitty and Friends. Not feeling great. So the hot, steamy vaporizer going in the background. Faded ultramarine, black. White. So, make sure I don't paint on my hands. Let's transfer this guy back to our lid here. So what we want is, I just want to show how simple this is, Major Havoc. Where's my big boy? Where's my big boy brush? So Major Havoc, for example. See this pipe right here? So black, little faded ultramarine. Okay, so we made a blue gray. So don't do that thing where you paint them red and one yellow and shit like that. And here's the cool thing about doing this: if you fuck up, you can use this as a grime color. See, got a little bit right there, no problem. I'm gonna grab a little moisture. Douche. Look, this is how awesome using this gray is. I can actually just kind of shove it in there. With some moisture attached to it. As an engine grime color. See? I'm just using Noosh and kind of the subtractive qualities of it. You can just kind of use this to kind of cheat a little bit more drama. See, just stippling it in. With Noosh. Okay. I've got another brush over here with no Noosh on it, with just water. Use my finger to pull it off the tops. See that? And this is just blue gray. See that? Just a little bit of accent to the metal there. Kruger, with such big miniatures, is it possible to break the rule of painting like that so the miniature can be visible on the battleground and not be painted like you are going to watch it on your shelf? Are you asking like about tabletop paint jobs? Is that what your question is really about? Give me some more detail to your question. You can paint the model any way you want, Kruger. My techniques are based on maximizing the visibility of my model through value-based contrast at 32 millimeters, so that, you know, when you walk by my table, you look twice. You know what I mean? But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Black and some faded ultramarine. And look, you see this whole canister right here? This will be sick, Major Havoc, if we just painted the whole thing. And separated all of this. From the metal color. Because let's think about our focal points on this. His hands and his weapons are obviously important. So making sure we have good contrast there is crucial. He's got wiring here. Not there. Right here. 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 Now I'm going to modify. So we've got the blue gray. Let's add mahogany to it. Some noosh. We're going to use this again. Send some grime in right here. Lots of noosh. You watching this, Havoc? Switching brushes. Classic Plains gray kind of thought process here, where we have like a kind of a pale blue with some brown, a little black. Right there. And again, we're not going to get too crazy on everything, just that this matters. It's part of the model. There's a major focal point. So just deploying a little bit more contrast going to go a long way. Kruger, I learned that for Warhammer, you have to paint very contrasted to be visible. Yes. Well, I mean, for every miniature. Anything on a 32 millimeter scale? Yeah. It's not just Warhammer. It's the scale. Now this scale, different, but it's kind of even more important. Grab a little bit of water. Inside right here, inside grip. Same thing real quick. Let's just kind of get the same. Put a little bit on the purple by accident. It's fine. Take some of your water. It's got so much noosh in it. Spread that out. And I'm focusing on separation, kind of between panels and features. How much costs one of these? I think this thing is like $200. Hey, Kruger. This isn't even 40K though. This is from Titanicus. This is not really representative of a normal 40K model. A bit right there. The other hand. Using a 2-brush system here. See that? Stipple in. We already threw some washes in there. I like that. Got to clean up some gold right there. See here, we can do a lot of slacking back here. Let's get more noosh, a little more brown, a little blue. See, this is not a focal area, so I'm going to go lean heavy on this effect. Great. Rinse my brush off over here. Using some moisture and some stipples. Wipe the brush off every now and then and kind of actually just try to remove some of the noosh. Especially from the tops, you see? You gotta shove it in there. Kind of wipe some away. Add a little bit of depth to it. And what that does is that gives us the ability to do a little bit more work with our metallics. Well, like here's a little dry brush. I'm gonna mix up a brighter version of this black gray that we made, this blue gray. Major Havoc, look. Too easy. But also, I can take a little silver, which I'm looking for right now. Here it is. What do I enjoy to paint? Big or small? I like smaller models. Stick, like stock size category. Okay, Kruger. So I've got some straight up silver. And what I'm gonna do is use that to kind of go back to this. And go back over the tops of some of the raised areas with a light dry brush. See? So then it kind of pushes our weathering pattern to the back. Gotta spruce it up a little bit. Let me move him. Sharpens it up, Havoc, that's right. Okay, let's grab our black and blue. Those big pipes right there. Keeping those metals would irritate me forever. See it. Keeping the colors subdued. Havoc. Because all the colors are already on the model, right? Like all the hardcore color is already there. It's the purple. Purple and the gold.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
Thanks for showing up each week and teaching us nerds how to paint good. Just found out I'm getting laid off, so I needed some next level content tonight.
Captain Banhammer coming in clutch, throwing some love our way. Thank you, homie. You just said you're getting laid off? Bro, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, also, Banhammer, these big shocks right here that are open, or whatever these are, these hydraulics, I'm going to separate kind of that inner cylinder. In 2 weeks, Banhammer? How concerned are you? Is that like, I mean, that's super worrying for me to hear. You're going to be all right? Like, I'd be panicking. God, this thing is annoying. I just do not understand what's going on with my camera today. Maybe I should unplug it. This focusing is garbage. Got a few months runway, so it's not the end of the world, but definitely a bit anxious. And the job market sucks. Yeah, man. You're going all in on this 3D printing business? Fuck yeah, dude. Alright, I'm gonna unplug the camera. Where is it plugged in? The back? Oh my god. Why did I plug it in back there? Okay, let's try this instead. Still garbage? Yep, still garbage. Hammer got solutions for army and painting supplies, transports, pretty slick, and a few solutions for magic cards. Gonna stand that up this week. And get behind that, brother. Do another pass. Hey, let that chill. Your body's doing sick commander deck box. You ready for 2 months? Bro, you got a whole thing set up. Unhappy Dan, what's up, man? Said what Major Havoc said? Do you ever throw a little brass or copper in accents? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do that on those shocks. Or, I mean, on those hydraulics. So I'm going to grab some dark silver. And we're going to try to get these guns set up. Put the dark silver right over the brown. We're not too concerned with perfect coverage either. Good, and put it over here. You put some up on whip for us, Banhammer. You okay back there, baby? Checking on my sick girlfriend. Half of the reason for the mahogany means we don't need to max coverage out with the silver. So Happy Dances loved that beard video, by the way. It was hilarious. My wife walked by and hadn't seen you for a bit and started laughing, asking why you were all hairy. It was hilarious. Unhappy Dan, unsolicited admirer of my reel, baby. My lady just saw that reel like 2 hours ago for the first time on Happy Dan, and she thought it was hilarious. Okay. Idiot in a Rampage says, tell her to feel better. She hoarsely whispered out thank you on her last breath. I made her laugh and now she's coughing. I feel bad. So remember that little bit of gold on his finger? I'm gonna sort that out real quick. Some dark silver and some bright silver. You okay? Looks like you're getting ready to take a little nappy, baby. Looks also, I put some hoses here too. I forgot about Havoc. So let's get that kind of blue-gray out again. See right there? Press that down. And now we're just kind of hopping around. Told you we're doing a little exploration. So this is just dark silver. So here's some bright silver on the big dry brush. Gaga Guru, what's up, man? That's simple, Major Havoc. Just be careful here. And I'll show you what I mean. So you were asking about, like, do I ever throw a little bronze or whatever on there? So I'll show you right here. Some gold. Take some of the gold. Add some dark silver to it to desaturate it. If you want to get cute, I don't know how cute I can get. I don't know where I'm at with metallics. What's this? No, can't get that cute. So we're gonna take this desaturated variant. Basically, what we did was add gray to ochre. Basically, spoil the yellow with a gray tone, and therefore we saturated it. Just laying it on. You okay over there, baby? I hear my phone going off. Are you sending me reels? Greenleaf Train Studio says, "How much for a beard ride?" I've got a premium package on my OnlyFans page for that, Greenleaf. We were just talking about you, dog. And so you can kind of use that mix for anything you want, Havoc. See, the gold silver mix. You know, if you see anything on here that is easy to isolate, go for it, you know? I might not necessarily want to get that bogged down right now. But for example, like, let's say it's pretty common that someone might take these and lift them. You're just using a tracer. You know, stuff like that. Pretty common. Someone might paint this pipe. Maybe this. I might not necessarily want to get too bogged down there. All right. Let's set up and do a whip session, guys. Exclamation point whip. See what you guys are working on. Saw something in there from Mr. Noon. I'm anxious to see that. Feeling good about where we're at. Give me 1 second. We'll go check the AC. I'm fucking dying. Be right back. One sec. Mic check. I'm back. The hallway thermostat 77. Which I don't think I can tell you guys is too fucking hot. And so it's cranked. It just, but downstairs is nice, obviously. But it's like this AC unit, as I've come to understand from my brother, yeah, struggles to keep up with the southern face because we're the corner unit. So it was like 100 today. It's like 90. It's 90 degrees right now at 6:30 p.m. So downstairs is nice, but upstairs, because I guess thermodynamics, bro, sweating my balls off in here. So I went out there and checked, and you know, everything's working. It's just upstairs, not great. Closed every vent like you told me to, War Pigment. We closed all the bathroom vents, all the closet vents. It's much nicer in here. We just cranked the fan and everything. I think that was a big part of it. But you go step out into the hallway, it's warm. Go Boys 76. What's up, man? Banhammer says, I do not miss summers in the south. Candy paint is essential. Yeah. It's just from what we understand, the tonnage of the unit is like the exact amount you need to run one of these places. But there's townhomes. And so we're on the end, all our windows face south. So the sun is constantly arcing over it. So everyone else has 2 units on both sides insulated them except us. And so having a unit exactly the right size with that in mind is not enough for the heat of the summer when it's, you know, when it's like 100 outside. And it's not even cooling off until 8 p.m. Major Havoc, gotta get back to work. Much love, brother. Banhammer says, time to get a mini split. Is that, those units that are on the wall at Airbnbs? Is that what that is? Mini split? Is that what that is? Maybe we do need one of those. Yeah, let's look into that. My lady's right here. Candy painting. She's eating some mango ice cream with nerds mixed in, making her feel better. Apparently, it was an old school Dairy Queen. What do they call those? Dairy Queen? Wizards? And they tried to gaslight her at the Dairy Queen. That we do not and never have we ever done that. Even though you can see quite literally they've done it on their website before. Banhammer says, they're like 2K and you can install it. That's so much money, bro. I don't have no 2K. The fuck? I have $2,000 for what the, I mean, I need a new washing machine, dude. I guess if we didn't want to clean our clothes, we could have got that. Or Pigment, don't recommend. The thing is, they don't really work that well out here. They barely do anything. If they're like, I think as an add-on, they're pretty decent to a room where you already have central AC. But I've been to some Airbnbs that relied on them out here, and it's like they're not even on. Go boy. We didn't have any damage. But the house I'm doing a remodel on, a tree came through the roof. Oh yeah. On Tuesday, you mentioned a tornado was coming to your house. They're 700 now? Yeah, now we're talking. War Pigment, window AC. And it rains way too much. There's way too many bugs in Florida, bro. I had a window AC in the old Beats Lab. It was a constant spider infestation spot. It's constantly upsetting. But oh, bad evidences are like 700 now. Well, now we're talking. Caddy Payne says, that's true. I'm always fighting spiders, but it's cold AF in here. Fair. Go boy, there was 8 tornadoes. Holy shit, man. Lost power for 8 hours? What'd you guys do? War Pigment, my brother, no, he doesn't do HVAC. He just went to school for it, and he did work in it for a while. Like he's certified. I mean, he was certified and went to tech school. And he's like super smart, so he still remembers everything. Does he have an EPA license? No. Okay, 80. So let me put up a giveaway while we're doing whips, guys, because we did trigger a giveaway. Major Havoc, Templar, Captain Banhammer, every $50 donated. Give away class credit. Exclamation point class credit, baby. Go boy, you read a book and fell asleep for those 8 hours with no power? Or Pigment, the Mitsubishi unit? Why does he need to have an EPA license to work on that?
Public enemy open one. Stole 2% freeze, but they got none. Can I make them say I never had a laser gun? But it's the Jedi tricks I'm playing on your mind, son.
Word.
Classic chaotic painting. Let me get some strong man. I love a chat for chaotic painting. Let's roll back to our whip session, starting at Mr. Noon from the other day. I'll ask him about it, War Pigment, because I do think if the summers are going to keep being like this, it's hard to work up in this. I think my lady never noticed the problem because she always used to be downstairs this time of year, right? She lived downstairs, played her Switch downstairs, you know, eat downstairs. So this was like a guest room. This is the cat's room, right? So like, yeah, she would even fall asleep on the couch, right? So downstairs. So now that there's reason to be up here, we're like, man, it's kind of hot up here in the middle of the day, dude. It's like, Go boy, Mitsubishi make a whole house heat pump with inverter motor fans. Go boy, can you come over here and put one of these things into my joint? Oh, we're giving away 2 class credits because chaotic painting. We get some love in chat.
This is Monstercat's weekly radio show, connecting you with some of your favorite artists.
Hey everyone, this is Kill Paris. Hey guys, this is Conroe.
What's up, guys? Deon Timmer here.
And of course, a place where individuals like yourselves can take
Oh,
part.
we're listening to the Monster Cat radio station.
Logan from Australia.
I'd like to shout out everyone who listens to Monster Cat and remind you that you're awesome.
So glad I'm here.
So get yourself ready for an hour of fresh music, and it all starts right now.
Oh, so this is like, so we've actually gone through a playlist and now we're listening to Monster Cat's radio.
With nothing to hold us back, these are the songs of the wild.
Is this like an AI generated DJ? Is this like a fake DJ? What is this?
Hey everyone, my name is Holly. I'm the apparel shop manager here at Monster Cat. I am back again to host another episode in honor of our 3rd Envision line drop. This time we got to work with a local Vancouver artist. Her name is Allie Bruce. I'm really excited to tell you a bit about her and introduce you to Tristan, who is the head of apparel here.
Okay, we get it. This is not
Please check out the line
optimized.
just dropped today
What's the top
at
30?
shop.monstercat.com.
Let's just listen to that. All right, here we go. Mr. Noon. So last week we talked about his NMM, I believe, earlier this week. Yeah, he was asking for advice. And I gave him some layout advice. And it looks like he immediately posted, right after the stream, the horizon line that we talked about. Looks like he did a layering technique. Mr. Noon, just like tons of layers progressing brighter or darker, which is great for this because it does keep the line, because you do kind of want that horizon line, that's great for this. And he posted more, which we'll look at in a second. But yeah, that's instant implementation. I totally respect that, dude. Okay, War Pigment. Let's see. War Pigment and I did a class recently. He did his first airbrushing session with me. And it looks like he's doing his homework, trying out different colors. Oh, he also ate some chicken noodle soup. He wasn't lying about that. That looks pretty good. Where'd you get that? Oh, is this green over brown? War Pigment? This looks great. Oh, your wife made this? War Pigment? Yeah, it looks really good. Good job. I'm really feeling this lay down. Good control. Very smooth. Dark Horse. You post a link to a Discord channel for Pigment? Oh, these guys are going to be silver with yellow. I'm with that. Mahogany, jade, bright yellow, green. It's a good workup. War Pigment's really embraced the brown is the best color strategy. Can't wait to see you finish those guys. Yeah. A+ work, brother. Good old Dredge for life with his endless Space Wolves. Here's a big whip. Tried internal glow on the hammer. Worked on custom scheme. Banged out some traditional space wolves. Finished the Votan squad. Test Votan model with blue instead of yellow. Let's take a look. So his endless space wolves. Oh, purple and yellow Votan with the hammer. That's beautiful. Oh, great runes on the chest too. Face design looks tight. Endless wolves, baby. Great rune work. I like that their runes are mostly geographic shapes or geometric shapes. Geographic. Dredge over on. Why are you on YouTube, you fucking peasant? He says, to be fair, I haven't finished a model since 2024. Wait, you're saying these are pictures from mid 2024? Spacewell Codex is dropping right now, dude. Are you excited? Nice. Pit wash looks strong on that shoulder pad. Yeah, Elro Dog, the head thickness looks so good. Oh, there's the Votan. The flip mode squad right here. Digging that. Angry short businessman. Dark Horse. Oh, okay. These are the first models you finished since you took that break. 2024. Okay. Oh, you're trying the other scheme. Because the yellow is a little on the nose with complement, right? And this is sneaky with colors. Garthakian, thanks for tuning in. Hero Quest fan with that raid. Get some love and chat for the Hero Quest crew. Dredge for life. I love your projects. Beautiful work as always, man. Welcome back. Hero Quest fans, Wardicon, Behemoth, Dredge, those blues are what you use to make the purple so vibrant. Yep. Banhammer. Some products are launched in 2 to 3 weeks. Behemoth, thank you for the follow. Army and Paint Transport Solutions. You can grow with your collection. Customizable. Ooh, look at this. Hero Quest fans, you got your 1K army figured out for Gen Con. Orcs. What, you guys doing like a doubles tournament? So, am I looking at a tray, modular tray system? Oh, so it doesn't even use magnets? Or is it magnets? Wordicon, thank you for the follow. So these nuts let you just slot in and use these spacers, so it doesn't matter what the sizes are. It's a French cleat, War Pigment says. Oh, look at this. Look how cute this is. This is like a tackle box with a bunch of sick artwork on it. Oh, look at that. Little scorekeeping tablet. Like that. This whole box is 3D printed. That's wild. Pretty awesome stuff, man. Prototype for Commander deck boxes. So people now So is this a thing that people use now? Bro, that's wild. Oh no, so this is new. Mind my hobbies. I'm gonna get some love and chat for the Monument Hobbies raid. Welcome to the chat. Doing a little class credit giveaway, exclamation point class credit. Shout out to Major Havoc, Caddick Painting, Templar, Captain Banhammer. We're gonna give away 2 credits. We're currently doing a whip session. We're looking at Captain Banhammer's new prototypes for his web shop that's coming out soon. But feel free to join Discord right now, exclamation point whip. Post anything you're working on right now. Fraser, Steel Dragon, Steel Paints. Working on his Blade Guard. Is this a brand new one, or is this just more work on the old the 3 set, the 3-piece or whatever you had? Skin's looking great. White's looking clean. Yeah, faceless looking really good. That's what you were working on? Great work, Steel Dragon. Big fan. Railroad Dog. Surprise, we're going to Atlantic City open next week. So I'm grinding 3 drones with heavy blade launchers and 2 more blade lords. Painted models for reference. This army never ends. Endless. How many drones are you using? Are these like 3D print add-ons or like this carapace? What is this carapace? I don't remember this one. I like how you did such a gangster ass like beat up armor color, and now you're adding the colors in. They're total 3D prints. Atlantic City Open was nice enough to say they were approved. They look good. You got a lot of work to do. I think you're doing fine though. So it's a week. I can get it done. You got this. Garthakian. Oh, this is what he was working on. I think he bailed earlier. Forgot what the name of it was. Blackout or something. And those are sick. I like the design of those helmets a lot. Mr. Noon, with more of that NMM application. Yep, good job. You smoothed it out with the tri-blend right there, and the chest to the horizon line, like we talked about, and the helmet. Yep. Yeah, this is really good, man. Good edge highlights. Looks like you went brighter and darker than your original presentation. Give it a little blue filter. Dark Horse has like a mirror finish yet. So essentially, the whiter you go and the blacker you go in a M, the more shiny you're saying it is. You know, the more reflective it is. So he went much further up and down simultaneously on this than it looked last time. See if I can go back and find the last week or Tuesday. See what I mean? Whiter and blacker simultaneously. So that's essentially how you determine how much of a mirror finish your metallic is. Or a pigment. No, he's talking to Banhammer. Templar. Oh shit. My favorite Nurgle Demon Prince of all time. So, like, they had the original metal Demon Prince. Let me see if I can find it. This was the Juan Diaz, I think. This is the Juan Diaz sculpt from that era. So this is straight pewter. This was like the dopest model that GW ever made in this era. It was like 2003. 2002, 2004 range. Like, we didn't have anything like this. So you can see how this is basically the same Demon Prince. Thanks, baby. Right? Basically the same Demon Prince. Now, then they came out with a Nurgle variant. Right here. See, it's the same fucking guy. See? But somebody took like green stuff and sculpted in a gut, widened his stance, added some cloven hoof mechanics, same hand design, same jackness, everything. See? So then this was like our first like Demon Prince that was like not the stock generic shit. So this guy is incredibly important to me. It's part of my childhood, basically. I mean, not really, I was a grown man, but makes me have that nostalgia. So shout out to Templar. And then they went Finecast with him, right? Templar. So he was like a Finecast piece of shit garbage model. Which one what variant do you have? You have like a China cast, a Finecast, or the original pewter? Finecast Rescue. It's a nightmare. I bet that sword was straight problematic. Painted a couple of these guys in my life. I probably painted about 5 of these Demon Princes. One of my very first commissions when I opened in 2010, I think I painted one. Let me see. Try to find it. My folder. Here we go. You ready for this? 2010. First 3 commissions I did is next level painting. I did a Death Guard army and painted one of those and converted him to have wings. You won the gamble, couple spins in the Sonic Cleaner. Templar. So yeah, that was that like that's probably like at this moment probably the second one I had ever painted. Templar's is better, obviously. Obviously his destroys mine. Now, I did Man, I hope I took a picture of this guy. Oh, where did I put? I did like a Death Guard add-on to my army. I don't know where I put the pic. Did I put them on Instagram, bro? I need to really track these pictures down. Because I think I only ever took a picture with my cell phone. Only men of culture paints those differences. I gotta find this other one. I'm not sure where I put it though. But I mean, for the sake of nostalgia, I mean, I have to track it down. I'm pretty sure. Did I make a collection on Instagram? Man, I better have. Oh, thank the man, Jesus. I did. Oh, I'm so fucking proud of myself. Pass Kenny, you did it again. Do you guys remember when I was into this? The new sculpt is good, but this one still slaps. It holds up. It fucking holds up. So you guys remember when I went on this project for Adepticon that one year where I wanted to have this done in time? Just remember this? God, I'm so fucking good at painting. You ever just look at some shit you forgot you painted and be like, man, I'm a fucking legend, dude. The Death Guard Contemptor meta. That's right, Templar. Bro, look at how sick those are. I didn't remember to put these on my gallery. I took that with a fucking iPhone and forgot about them. War Pigment, he loves those defilers. But here's I painted this guy totally off stream. Templar with converted wings. I just did it like, you know, when you guys, I don't know if this happens to you, but like I go into like a fugue state, you know, and then like I just like started painting on like a Saturday and then like woke up and was like time travel to Monday and I was like, what the fuck? And then I had this guy in my hands. And I was super proud of these Blight Drone converted wings. They fit them perfectly, bro. I've converted so many of these guys. Bro, I was so proud of this model. That's right. The hyper focus. More pigment. Man. It was like one of the best painting days of my life. You got me all up in the past. Hear those defilers. More pigments, defilers. I think I got. Steve, over on YouTube, I used to hobby back in the early 2000s. I had really good memories of well-painted miniatures. My mom was cleaning out the shed and found my stuff, and it was all terrible. I was sure it was decent. Thanks for the memories, Templar. That was awesome. You got made me think of so much stuff with this paint job, bro. That's awesome. Camo specs, the model that got me that made me get a green stuff roller. Magestro? Oh shit. What's up, brother? Oh shit, my man's working on Thanos. I think I saw this on your Instagram page. Bro. Good job. Steve finally got out of the box. My last thing I painted was some Metal Howling Banshees. Lo and behold, they were actually quite good. But like 5 out of 200 models. Magestro, didn't you dress as Thanos for Halloween that one time? Wait, are you doing him like he's sleeveless? Why didn't I do mine like he was sleeveless? Wait. Is he sleeveless? Or did you just decide he was sleeveless? The fuck? Like I gotta redo my Thanos. Damn, this looks good. I like the style he's bringing to it. You know, I normally go for a much more cartoonish style, especially for MCP. This is the one we did on the stream. We have a full tutorial on this guy on Patreon. Like, so I'm happy with it. I believe it's the best Thanos on the internet for MCP. We have it. We chronicled it all live here on the show. And I think the Huff, don't you own this? But now, I feel like you need to mail it back to me so that I can repaint his arms purple. Steve, do tariffs affect the Warhammer imports? I don't know, dude. Bro, I barely know stuff, dude. But I do also appreciate the more muted technique. Like, I'm a big fan. Magestro is killing it. Elro. Damn, this looks good, brother. Is this just like the old picture frame technique that you just go to like the Hobby Lobby and buy a picture frame, flip it over, throw a piece of cork on, or throw some foam on it? Road Dog, Home Depot molding trick? What do you mean molding trick? Feels like you had to build this. I used to just go to like the Hobby Lobby, buy like one of those cheap picture frames, lay it down, and put my shit in it. And I get like the really over the top picture frames, you know? Steve, yeah, it's like movie Thanos versus comic Thanos. You do the same thing with crowd molding, Elro? Yeah. You actually had to do stuff, though. Fucker, look at this. That's just a piece of wood, dude. This is a piece of wood. My shit, like, I'm talking about the gaudy ass shit. The you know what I mean? Like, ridiculous frames. Flip that thing out, throw the glass in the garbage. Start just backfilling the fucking tray with fucking nonsense. Instant display board. Oh, this is left over. I get it. How funny would it be if it was just the crown molding from your old house? Oh, he's got one too. Fuck yeah, dude. The Nurgle Demon Prince. Thug life. That's a Mortarion face? Bro, that's sick. Get in there and paint his eyes white. And then do like a... whatever the pink you're using, low opacity filter over the eyes. Make his eyes come out. Like, that's the only thing that's bothering me. 2 seconds, bro. 2 seconds of work. Oh, my man was into the Contemptor meta as well. Those Contempt as fuck, dude. With the Vulcanite cannons or whatever the fuck they were. It was like, shoot him with a plague weapon, turn one with your fucking drone, play the stratagem, make everything else a plague weapon. Therefore, you reroll the wounds. You had your guys next to him popping off. Exploding sixes, everything. Tally man. Remember all that? Your Demon Prince is right there too. Like 4 hit rerolls, exploding sixes, hit on 2s, because that was the other thing. One guy hits on 2s. Bro, you just light some shit up, dude. Yeah, Tallyman can make a guy hit on 2s. And aura of Exploding Six is you had a stratagem that made anyone targeting a unit that was hit by a plague weapon count as a plague weapon, even if it wasn't a plague weapon. So you'd move the drone up, use your auto hit nonsense gun. You're like, I hit you with a plague weapon. 1 CP. The Contemptors execute. It was good. You guys remember this guy? I think he got C&D'd, but we got our hands on one. We're all paid so many Contemptors. You guys remember this one? Like the best Contemptor on the internet. Like his Contemptor. I'm not saying my paint job. I'm saying this guy's 3D print STL file is the best Contemptor on the internet. Exclamation point class credit. Let's throw 2 minutes on the clock. We're gonna give away 2 class credits. Shout out to Major Havoc, Caddick Painting, Templar, and Captain Banhammer. My man, Kara Quinn, the oldest man on the internet, has graced us. Says, love Contemptors, still playing with Custodies. Yeah, you're fucking, because your Custodies Contemptors are fucking brutal, dude. Got my ass handed to me by Custodies Contemptor nonsense at LVO. Funny, because I played 2 Custodies guys. One on day 1, and I beat him. Like, he had some tricks up his sleeves. I was like, damn, this is hard. Oh, sweating, and I beat him. Then I go on around day 2, and I'm like, oh, Custodies? Too easy. And he's like, I got these Contemptors. Let me tell you what they do. I was like, okay, that seems good. And it was the Terraform mission, and I went first, so I made my move. He was like, get fucked, dude. Those Contemptors just beat the shit out of my whole army, dude. I was like, oh, shit. Contemptor meta is still real. Exclamation point class credit. $30 seconds left. Exclamation point class credit. Congratulations, more pigment. I think that gives you 3 credits. Camo specs online. Didn't I already hook up camo specs? Let me just double check. Yeah. you're a next level supporter, you can go check next level supporter category, get signed up. Thank you guys. Congratulations. Exclamation point class if you want to get signed up, get OP. You guys know the deal. That was a sick whip session, guys. Thank you for being so fucking committed to the hobby and inspiring throughout the week. It's my juices flowing.
Listen to me speak, but just do what you want. What words will you keep? The ones that cause us harm.
All right, let's pivot for a second because I'm kind of all over the place on the project. Let's focus on this up here. You see how it's clean, but we also did some light pin washing. So what we want is perhaps I feel like we want to bang it up a little bit. Because this is going to be a prime viewing angle, and it's going to have the guns all up here, right? And all these void shields, we're gonna introduce some OSL on. But we need to make sure from this angle, this isn't just silver with nice pin washes. So we probably want to go back to our Deathless mix, aka our dark silver plus gold blend. I'm thinking this rail right here is a prime candidate for the blend. Subtract that out. Can't just leave it all silver like that. Let's pull this out for ease of access. I'm thinking, see this right here? There's these little like castle window shapes right here. I want to get those.
All it takes is a moment. Is it fate that you came this far unbroken? If it's destiny, you wrote it.
Add a couple of ornaments, you know, but not. We don't want to visually take away from what matters when you look at them from here. It's gonna be that gun and it's gonna be these colors, but it's also gonna be the OSLs on these generators. So we don't want to overpower that, but I do want to do my diligence to make sure one of our prime viewing angles is popping. Okay, I can get behind that. Now, I'd like to introduce maybe some pitting in the metal. So what we're going to do is just take some black on my smaller brush. Maybe add a little mahogany to it. And what I'm going to do is just kind of get stable here. And we're to stipple.
This is your moment.
I'm keeping it kind of horizontal to the viewing angle. So we're doing the sewing machine stroke right now. And what we're going to do next is grab a little silver. And I want to under highlight some of this pitting. So we're going to take raw silver completely off the palette. And what we want to do is kind of stipple along the bottom. And this silver should be more opaque and brighter in appearance than what's already there. See that? So we're deploying the under highlight. Kind of messed that one up, so I'm going to grab a little dark silver, blend it in. Again, this is a prime viewing angle. So I'm going to do a little bit of edging on some of these panels. With the silver. You know, the trick is that we're not going to do this on like practically any other surface of the model. Like any of that, what we just did, it's going to just be up here, you see? Because the rest of it's very obscured by his purple. Blades. Hit us with that raid. Shout out to the Blades crew. We're working on our Titanicus War Master Titan. Just doing a little bit of distressing on the metallics up top. See if I can pull blades up on Twitch. Hit that follow. Thank you so much. Shout out to the Blades crew. Blades 81. Oh, thanks, baby. My lady, who is sick right now playing Hello Kitty and Friends, she just complimented me on how hard I'm working. Send it. Did I not finish my sentence? Did I just... What did I say, guys? Did I just stop talking mid-sentence? Belly Savalis, thank you for the follow. Painterly Git, that looks awesome. Thank you. Colors are beautiful blades. My lady complimenting me on how hard I'm working. She says I stopped talking mid-sentence, which would make that an awkward statement. Quantum Reverie, thank you for the follow. So right now we're in the process of, like I said, distressing some of the prime viewing angle real estate. And part of the trick on a project like this, if you just tuned in for the first time, is, we did a lot of sub-assembly. Sprayed a bunch of silvers like on the exoskeleton, sprayed up the purple separately, put it back together, spent a tremendous amount of time on the trim because there's so much of it, right? And now it's about kind of like cheating it, like viewing angles, right? So we have so obviously the purple and the marble are what matters. But when you end up looking at, the prime viewing angle, which you're gonna admire the model from typically this direction, we don't want all this silver up here just to be completely untouched. We can get away with that in the exoskeleton. So now we're slowly detailing it out, and we're gonna make these void shields all looking badass. Blade says I do that all the time. Warp Image says, she feeling okay? How hard you're working? LOL. Kara Quinn, did Rob blackmail you into painting a Tiny Titan? No. This is a sponsored content, Kara Quinn. This came from Major Havoc. This is an inch taller than a Warhammer Knight. And vastly more detailed because of the nonsense scale difference. Like, for example, that's a little ramp that a dude can stand on and go through that little door in there. So this guy technically could stand on that rail scale-wise, so the details are a little bit more preposterous. The War Master Titan. So, as you can see up here, it's important because I'm not trying to spend... I've already crossed the too many minutes on a project threshold. So now we have to start picking our battles. And that's why this prime viewing angle, we're going to spruce up these metallics. And part of that is we're just grabbing some black and some mahogany. And we're using the sewing machine stroke, the stipple. And we're just dropping little comet trails, basically. If it gets a little away from you, it's fine because the under highlighting process will fix it. Like right there, it got a little sloppy. And now we just take some straight up bright silver and we're gonna just stipple under what we just did, creating an under highlight. Creating the illusion of like a pitted surface. And it's just still metallic on metallic for this highlighting. I hope the stream, where it gets finished, there's a big celebration. This one deserves it, right? Belly Sylvelis says, one of my favorite minis ever was the Hellforge Colossus from Mammoth Factory. Oh, that was a fun ass paint job. That I sometimes think about that one. Because we went such a different direction with it. Thanks for saying that. I felt like it was pretty innovative, you know? But, you know, since it's not a 40K model, it doesn't get nearly as much traction on the gram. Take some of the straight up silver. And let's just kind of highlight some corners. Go back to our Deathless Metal mix, which is just gold plus dark silver. And we're going to add bright silver. Run a little highlight right here. Feel like I was completely off camera. So the void generators are going to be interesting because what we needed to go through. So here's some straight up white. And there always needs to be a source of any object that is glowing, right? And so we gotta kind of put a nice opaque white down on these little centerpieces to really sell any light emitting off of these devices. So we're going to use an effect to kind of finish out this top. And so we're stippling on bold titanium white. Let that dry thoroughly. And also, I'm pretty sure we probably need to do this too. And so before you do any glowing, you kind of need to, especially when it's like an object that doesn't have like an obvious shape to it that you would recognize as like a light source. You really got to make sure the thing that you're trying to trick someone into seeing as like a light turned on is emitting some high level fucking light. So setting it white is usually what I'm gonna do. I let that dry totally, make it, and then I'm gonna probably do another pass because you know I usually one and done most paint, but we got to get that white opaque. Okay, and because when we apply whatever color, I haven't even thought about colors yet for a glow. Probably green, because we don't have any green on the model yet, or blue. Probably, actually, now that I think about it, probably like a nice blue. That's probably like the Imperium color, right? For like energy fields. What was the name of that model from Mammoth Factory? Rock Monster? I just typed Rock Monster in my fucking folder and it showed up. I know myself. This was the model Belly Savalas was talking about. Gigantic molten lava monster that like essentially is always painted like it's just like crudely painted fire. And we decided to go through and wet blend and like glaze and give it a lot more volume than it had and kind of treat all of its rocks like armor. And so I felt really proud of myself on this. That like there was like no lava. He wasn't made of lava. Yeah, I love that kit. Green and purple and gold always rock. Yeah, I think blue though, just for the Imperium. Wait, these are bad guys. This is the War Master. This is heresy shit, dude. This is fucking the War Master shit. Right? Aren't they the bad guys at this time? We can get away with some fucking green. Which we're not ready for yet. We have to set the stage better. So I'm gonna take some transparent white and a little noosh. And what I want to do is just get kind of treat it almost like a wash and go a little bit further out. So it's just noosh and transparent white. Bro, is it just me or does this fucking song slap? See, and so that's getting in between some of that nonsense, and it's not going to be nearly that opaque.
You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty. Uh-oh. You gotta get swifty. Oh, yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
Oh, misread a thing. So, first order of business will be applying the glow on this. So I think I probably will pull my airbrush out. Now I typically teach people in my class, in my classes, the glazing class, I teach you how to do this by hand, and I usually tell people I would prefer that most of your OSLs be done by hand, because the airbrush will get away from you and you'll kind of fuck it up. But but on bigger models it gets easier. But also, like, I'm the best, so like I can fucking do it. So we're gonna use the airbrush. So I'm gonna pull out the airbrush and apply our fuzzy glows. And we're gonna use our fucking Mac valve, and we're gonna get really fucking close. Our paint's gonna be like basically water, and I'm gonna fucking dial that shit in, and we're gonna get like an 1/8 inch off that motherfucker with the airbrush and make that bitch glow. So we got some extreme detail airbrushing about to happen next stream. So I'm feeling good about this viewing angle now, you see? Got a lot more interest up there. So, you know, you look at this, it's beautiful, and then we're gonna have some action here. Captain Banhammer, thank you, man. Recoil, shout out to Coil Daddy for holding it down. Major Havoc, Caddick Painting, Templar, Captain Banhammer, thank you for your support tonight. Thank you for the multiple raids we got from Blades. And, the hell's that game? Why is it out of my head? Monument Hobbies. And, why am I like, what's the third raid? Why am I unable to fucking process this information? Hero Quest, god damn it. Hero Quest fans. Thank you guys. Right, Recoil? Alright, let's set up a raid, guys. Where's the raid going tonight, Coil Daddy? Panhammer, no worries, brother. Hero Quest is an OG, right? Like, that's the OG board game. See what Recoil says for the raid. Caddick Painting. It's that time already, bro. Eric Swinson. 10-4. Let's raid this guy. The raid is ticking down. Let's bring the length, the girth, and the positivity on over to Swinson's stream. Thank you guys for supporting me. As always, until we meet again, play on, players.